This is going to sound ridiculous, but you're going to get hooked on how straight this makes you hit the golf ball. It's a drill I've been showing my students, and actually then a feeling from the drill you can take straight out onto the golf course. I've done it with, actually, I'd say around 90% of my students, because so many of us trying to hit the driver hard and our upper half outraces our lower, and that can never be the case. What it basically does is it locks off this lower half really, really well. Now, you might be thinking, why are we looking at this today? Well, we got a great question in here from YouTube from ES saying, Alex, thanks for the excellent videos. I have a question regarding the downswing, which I'm sure you have too. From the top, do I pull the arms down or do they just swing through? Just let them fall down. Greetings from sunny Switzerland. So, questions on how to start the downswing basically. This is what you need to do. Let's get straight into this because I know you're going to be hooked with how good this makes you hit the golf ball. So the analogy I want you to think about, the mistake what I see, upper, so let's say upper is anything above like sort of my pink top, right? This is my pink top. Upper outraces my blue trousers. Game over. We can't let that ever happen. So what I show my students is this, like look at my back, look at where I am and watch this ball flight. Now I hit that like at about probably 90% of my actual full power. Draw, okay? And look at this, 275 yards total. I would take that on the golf course every single time. Now you're probably looking at that going, Alex, you look absolutely ridiculous. Well, yes, I do. I'm gonna show you the drill that you gotta do now and then how you take it to the course. What I told James, who I showed this 2 days ago, is you could do this first bit from home. I've just teed a golf ball up to start with, but we're gonna knock it off in a second. So to set this drill up, place a golf club on the ground. That just gives you like, if you were aiming straight, that's where your feet would be, right? That's where you'd stand. So just knock the ball off the tee peg. This is the first part of this drill. We're now gonna stand where we leave our left foot where it is, so where the ball position is correct, but we're gonna move our right foot around to where we feel like our back is the target. You might need to shuffle in a little bit just to get this. Now, the key and the beauty of this is, if you get your pink, we'll just call it pink, to outrace your blue, boom, you're missing that golf ball. You're missing that tee peg. You ain't hitting it. What we've got to really get the understanding is, and answering the question from today, that our back's got to stay to target a little longer. Our arms are dropping into the space. By the way, this happens automatically, but I just want you to understand the significance of this drill, and then we allow the club to release. These are all elements what I never see students do. Now, the key bit is the drop and the release. You have to release it because your chest is so far back to target, your hands race past you. Brilliant. You're gonna have more speed. We're gonna close the face. We're gonna stop slicing it. And the face that every student pulls me is like, Alex, you must be going crazy. And I'm sure you are now. But until you try this, you've got to do it. Just put it this way, you've got to do it. Right, so have 3 or 4 reps, just keeping that back to target at address like I am here. Swing back, arms drop, release the club past you. I want you to see my whole body, so let's move around me. We're going to go all the way around, and I'll do this slowly. If I just keep going, I'm trying to hit the tee peg, so it's like I'm hitting the ball. Oh, I've hit the tee peg out the way, but I'll carry on. Look how my back's not moving first, is it? My arms are dropping. Let's get the whole view here so you can really see it and really benefit from this drill. So look at my address position. I'm really going to focus on letting the club drop and that natural release past me. Just know when I do it slowly where my arms are dropping and where my club is releasing. I'm really just trying to hit that tee peg too. Look at that. My chest isn't starting down, my back's staying to target as long as possible. My arms and hands and club head are swishing past me. If you keep going actually, imagine I was going to hit it to you there, you'll really see this. I'll give you a bad version now. That'll be bad. Back, gone. That's good. Okay, so hopefully you can see the difference there. I recommend, like I just said, I guess 4 to 8 reps, just getting that feeling, do it slowly, and you can 100% do that part at home. Let's now move on to this next stage, let's hit some away, and then after that, I'll tell you the little secret that I literally take to the golf course myself, and I think the one thing I want to say to you here is, I do it myself, that's why I can honestly recommend this to you and all of my students. But first, let's show you this hit. So you walk in, you set up to it normally, you pull the right foot back and get your back to target. Look where I'm started there. I'm going to hit this 85 to 95% of my speed. Let it drop, let it swing past. It'll start right and it'll draw back, bit of a push draw. How good's that every single time? I mean, you could literally stand like that and hit the ball away, apart from you feeling like you feel a bit awkward every single time. That just went 264 yards, which if we're looking at that as a drive total, I'd snap my hand off for that every single time. Right, less about that. Let's get into what you can do on the golf course. So on the golf course, unfortunately, we can't have a club down. So let's get that out the way. What we have is just your ball and your tee peg. Now, the little trick that I show my students is this. So every golf ball has a line on, doesn't it? Whatever ball you use, we're going to point that to target, as if that is like straight down the middle, that line. Just your line on your golf ball. So if you follow me here, I'm going to tee this one up and have a look. So this really helps you build a routine and make sure you get it right. So I point that roughly straight down the middle of the fairway, where I want the ball to finish. Hopefully it will finish there. Well, you know what? It will, because it'll be so much straighter using this. So we've got our line. That's going to be, as you stand up here, just that parallel line to where our starting point is. You know, the club we had on the floor. This is like a cheat code. So you're going to walk into your shot. You're going to stand there, stand normally. Now, I know you're never going to stand like this because you're never going to feel comfortable enough to do it. But what I want you to do is I want you to pull your right foot back a little bit, and I want you to feel your back of your lead shoulder pointing a little bit to target, okay? Now look where I'm stood there. It's like a mini version, isn't it, of what I did in my drill. Back of my left shoulder pointing to target, okay? It's really exaggerated, but not as exaggerated as the drill. So let me just show you that again. This is how quick it can be. You could maybe have a few practice swings, feeling that. You've already got your ball teed up. You stand in, you address normally, right foot back, lead shoulder to target. We're literally ready to hit. Look at that. Drawing off that tree. I mean, you couldn't put it in any better place on the 14th here at Mottram. 281 yards, the longest yet. This is the confidence I get, and I want to reiterate, I still hit that at 95%. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for free simple golf tips that are literally created to help you play your best golf.